Just keep feeding us booze. This is going to get real weird real fast. Are you all drinking yet?
Yeah.
Did you get the one with the barbecue sauce?
Yeah.
That's legit. That's legit. Cheers, my brother. Well done. Well done. All right, thank you guys very much.
Guy just flew in. I'm going to cover for him a little bit. He just flew in from Kansas City.
Yeah,
We
we're
opened
shooting
a new
Triple D in
restaurant.
Kansas City.
Opened a brand new restaurant last night, and he's here today. So,
And we were pouring Santo like it was like we were putting out a fire with it, and everybody was going nuts for it. We just got it there, and we have a new restaurant called Guy's Dive and Taco Joint, and it was on fire, and people were going nuts. And it was, you take a new product to a new market, and you start sharing it with them. And as soon as that happened, I mean, we blew through all the Santo that we had, so it was cool.
he told me the story, the same thing that I've witnessed in all, Cabo Wabo, everywhere where I go, and I try to turn people onto it. As soon as people taste Mezquila, they all go, wow, this is really good. Like, oh man, I had no idea. And it kind of makes tequila, honestly, if you drink it side by side, it makes it taste a little bit kind of boring. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. I mean, I think you have. I had People Magazine following me for a few days, and the reporter was with us. And of course, it's always better when you give your reporter a few cocktails. But we were going around.
Or the salespeople.
And she pulled it. She said to me, she goes, so I don't understand. What is this? Why does this taste better? She goes, I know it's tequila, and I said yes, but it's mixed. It's a blend of the two, and it has such a nice finish to it. It sweetens it up a little bit. I think it gives it more. I think it gives it more life. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love tequila in any way, shape, or form.
Hello?
Yeah, we know you love tequila, Sam. But it's really. I mean, for everybody that we served last night, I really won them over. It was cool.
Yeah. So the trick kind of is that I've learned is just turning people onto it, because there's a lot of resistance because mezcal is such an artisanal thing. So many people are like, snobs, like, oh God, this is
No, but there's
sacrilege.
also, to be honest with you, there's some also pretty rank mezcals out there.
Yes, sir, they
No,
are.
I've tried them all when I was in Mexico.
But the thing is once they try it, everyone says it's good. I just did the San Francisco Wine Spirits Award thing, and every mixologist that tried it went, wow, I had no idea. So I think the hard sale with that is getting people to try it. Once you try it, they go, wow, this is really good. It kind of covers both bases. But, of course, the new Blanco is going to be the best thing you ever tasted in your life, but that's a whole other thing.
That's
right?
the next new best thing.
Yeah.
We have the best thing, and then you're going to get the next new best thing. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Is
you
this
got
what you
it.
do
Dave,
like
you're
this?
doing all right. And then you won't scratch them and drop them.
I learned from these young punks, you know what I mean?
Yeah, who learned from who? I learned it all from him. We were just having a little chat in the background that we were talking about tequila, and I was telling Sammy about maybe there was this one guy that smuggled a bottle of tequila into a concert one time at OU 812. Anyhow, but that was a different story. We don't want to get into that. We have to drink a lot more of this before I tell you those stories. But we thank you very much for having us. This has been really an amazing thing for me. I think, like a lot of us are guys that are my age. I mean, everybody's a Sammy fan, and I've been seeing Sammy for years. And every time we would get together, we would talk. We'd talk about food. We'd talk about restaurants. We'd talk about projects and so forth. And I remember, I can tell you where I was. I was in Bainbridge. I was on an island off of
Seattle.
Washington.
Yeah,
Is it
we were
Bainbridge?
just there. Yeah, Seattle.
Great. So I'm off of Bainbridge, shooting at a diner. I'm walking down the hill, and Sammy calls me. And we're having a little chit chat back and forth. And I said, so what have you been up to? And he's giggling, he's laughing. I go, what? He goes, yeah. He goes, okay, I'm going to tell you, but don't tell anybody. Exactly, Sammy. He says, I just sold Cabo Wabo. And I said, oh, why? I'm so disappointed because I know about the tattoo. And he goes, well, and then we started talking about it a little bit, and then he gave me the number, and so for this whole time that we've been going on, I said, listen, next time you're going to do something, please give me a shot. Please let me be involved. And so I got the call one day, and the rest is history. So it's a really cool thing. And it's, the great thing for me is all I get to do is come and be involved and help promote it and explain it and reach it and drink a lot of it. I'm the sampling team. But it's a great program that we're putting together, and I got to give it to Sammy. He had the contact, or has the contacts, has the people, knows the inside, has the pipeline, and here we are.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Hey, let me talk, all right?
Okay, go right ahead. I'll be over here.
we've been buddies for a long time, way before Guy was a star. This is no joke. He won a contest to come and meet me backstage, if you can imagine, like, and who he is today. Then I'm meeting this guy, and he walks in the room. I'm like, he kind of looks like me a little bit, you know what I mean?
Don't know where it came from.
And he won a guitar from a restaurant he had, your first restaurant, I guess, Johnny Garlic.
Because I sold the most Cabo Wabo
Yeah.
in the state. I mean, I sold it all, or maybe in Northern California. He told me it was the state. I think I still won.
He got to meet me, and from that, you know, normally at meet and greets, at shows, you meet somebody, take a picture, shake hands, they tell you your name, you don't even bother. I remembered him, and we became friends. Next thing I know, I drove up to his restaurant in one of my crazy cars. He was a car nut.
Remember that day?
We
Remember that day?
raced
That
down
was
the freeway, and the CHP stopped there, came to the
restaurant
and
because
for autographs.
let me tell you exactly what happened. So Sammy
Anyway,
comes to the
we
restaurant.
go back.
Sammy comes to the restaurant. We meet there at, like, I'm coming from Sacramento and he's coming from the Moon. And he says, hey, I'm going to be a little bit late, but I'm bringing a new car. I said, hey, I just got a new car to meet you there, blah, blah, blah. And we made a dish, and it's actually one of the most recognized dishes that we still have in my restaurants. And it's an ahi wan taco. So it's a little taco. Before anybody started making those little tacos filled with the ahi, it was Sammy and I that put it together on a tostada. Definitely tequila involved in that. So we're drinking tequila, we make that, and we have some talks and this and this and this. And a few hours go by after we're done with the tequila. And I said, hey, I'd really like to drive that new car you have out there. And he says, well, I'd really like to drive that new Corvette you got out there. So we haul off in the cars down the road, and by the time we got to my next restaurant, there were some people waiting for us that were big fans.
Yeah.
With lights. They had lights on. It was awesome. It was awesome.
So, anyway, we have a good time
We
together.
signed autographs. 24.
But we're on, like, you can fake all kinds of stuff and meet people, and you can be, you know, oh, hey, really dig you, man, you're all cool. But for real, we hit it off from the second we got together, and I'm so excited. I mean, I've had goosebumps 20 times since we talked about doing this. I said, "Guy, you want to do it?" Yeah, I'm in, and all the legal crap that, of course, had to go on. But anyway, really an honor to have this guy on a team with me. Together, I think we could sell anything to anybody, but we'll make sure it's good.
Yeah, no,
We're not going to sell no bullshit.
But that's the whole truth of it. I mean, I do a lot of branding. Sammy does, of course, a ton of branding, and we only want to get behind something that we really believe in. I'm in the restaurant business. I mean, I've had everything sold to me that it's going to be the new greatest thing in the world, and I got to bring in 3 bottles of this crap, and then we barely can clean the sink with it. And tequila's a hot market. We all know that, and we want to have a hotter market, and we want to make sure that we don't want to play it off the celebrity side of things. We'll use it if we can use it and abuse it. We'll do it, but we really think that the product stands on its own. And I know that Sammy and what they've already done, all the research and all the development that was done for the last couple of years, and then now we're ready to take it mainstream. But did you guys enjoy it? Did y'all try it? You tried it? Awesome. We were talking about it on the way here. We just landed and we were driving up and we were having this whole discussion about mezcal and trying to explain it to people. And everybody's had I think more people had a bad experience with mezcal. But the way that it's been blended and the way it comes together, does everybody find that finish? I mean, you get a little bit of that smokiness, you get a little bit of the sweetness that comes through it. It's not the tequila side of it's not as harsh, and I think that's going to be a great product. But then, as soon as we get that in the door, we're going to come right behind it with the Blanco, and I think that's where people are really going to go nuts.
Yeah, the Blanco. I've been a tequila fan for a long time, obviously.
No,
I know. But the first, unfortunately, Cabo Wabo was never with Southern in Nevada, and that was just one of them things because I didn't know what I was doing. But as soon as I knew what I was doing, if you know my rum, I was immediately here, and it's where we belong everywhere in the world. But my point is that being a tequila fan, when I first started making Cabo Wabo tequila, it was with El Viejito, and El Viejito is who's making this. It got changed over the years, and once I sold it, it went to somebody else. The original way I like tequila is distilled 2 times, and it should be drank, especially your first drink of a shot of Blanco, which is my favorite tequila. I don't like putting wood in it personally anymore. You should have salt. You should have
go right over there.
You should have salt. You should have salt and lime with it because that's how it really freaking tastes good. And so the new Blanco is just distilled twice. There's no glycerin in there. There's none of the crap that makes, trying to make it taste like sweet vodka. It ain't. This is the stuff that John Wayne and his buddies would be drinking if he was alive today, okay? A little salt, a little lime, the other stuff will make you fall down and hurt your back. That's what John said.
Is that what it was?
That's what he said.
Boy, you just blew that right over me, buddy. That was really cool. I didn't even know John Wayne drank tequila.
Oh, he was the original guy.
Really?
Right? I mean, something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, here's the John Wayne.